So coming off of an 80-mile week on top of the first double threshold of the split, I am really excited for this week because of the building that we are going to be doing, and it's just a great opportunity to continue training and to continue to get better. I do need to start looking at a race for the future. Like, I'd like to do one before the end of spring, especially, due to summer being as hot as it is. It's hard to race during the summer, especially here in Illinois. It just gets unbelievably humid in the mornings and hot in the afternoon. So end of spring is a great time to try to get in one or two races and then train through the summer into the fall, prepare for more stuff then. But before I really think too much about that, I need to get fit again. And that's what this week is going to be, a great opportunity to continue to build up that fitness like we did last week. So anywhere from 85 to 90 miles this week would make me a happy man. The weather is kind of all over the place. Cold morning today. It looks like tomorrow is going to be the coldest morning of the spring. The last cold morning, I should say, of the spring. Fingers crossed. It is April at this point, so I think 25 degrees in the morning, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, after that, it's going to rise in temperature throughout the rest of the week, and hopefully from there we'll have a little bit nicer of mornings. But yeah, just a great opportunity to continue to build up the fitness, and we're looking at probably having a workout tomorrow, maybe a double threshold Thursday. I'm not too sure, but either way, just really excited to start getting back after it, build that fitness back up. It's literally snowing outside. Like, why is it snowing a week into April? What is going on? Mentioned it yesterday, but it is quite the chilly morning today. 25 degrees, not very windy, which is quite nice for the warm-up at the very least. And I probably could have done this workout outside, but with how cold it is, I thought it'd be a little easier mentally to do it inside. And to be honest, I just have been feeling a little off recently, not physically, just completely mentally. Like, I don't really know what it is. I think I had a really good week yesterday or week last week, and I kind of just crashed from the high that I was feeling of training and everything going well. And Monday and today I've just been feeling not myself, to put it simply. Just haven't been feeling great. So I think doing this workout inside will help make it a little easier on me, and hopefully after this is over I'll feel a bit better at the very least. But workout today is a 2-mile, 1-mile workout. We're gonna be doing 3 reps of 2 miles at 6-minute pace, 60 seconds rest, a mile at, I believe, 5:39 is what the treadmill has me. So we'll do that, another minute rest, go back to the 2 miles, 9 miles in total. And the big thing about this workout is that we're probably going to be doing a double threshold on Thursday. So I want to make sure that I'm not overworking by any means during this workout, so that when we have that double threshold on Thursday, I'll be ready to go and I won't be, too tired going into it. So really just want to focus on making this as smooth and as easy as possible so that I am good to go by Thursday.
Workout complete. Not a half bad workout in the slightest. Heart rate was pretty low during those 6-minute 2-mile reps, and it got a little bit higher during the 5:39-mile reps. But at the same time, that is obviously to be expected. I will say that it's a little depressing running some of these workouts, knowing that I used to be running 8-mile thresholds at 5:39 pace, so I'm still pretty far off of the fitness level that I kind of peaked at, if you will, back in the fall, I'd say. So it's tough because I'm still trying to slowly get back, and it just feels like I don't have a lot of time to get back to where I was. But at the same time, I do feel like I'm so much further than I realistically probably should be after taking so much time off in the winter. So, there's nothing I can do about it. I can't go back and unbreak my collarbone, but at the same time, you just got to keep pushing forward, got to keep grinding and hope that things slowly get better and you get better over time. And it's really all you can do is try to be the best you are able to be every single day, show up with the right intentions and kind of just keep working hard. So that's just all I can do at the moment, and that's all I'm going to do. And this is a great step forward, a good little workout to get done, and not working too hard to the point where I feel like I'm putting myself at risk of having a bad double threshold on Thursday. So very happy with that. I think I'm going to head to work early today and get in a lift and maybe even bike before work, try to flush the legs out. I probably should run later today, but a lot of mileage this morning to the point where I don't think I realistically need to flush out with a run. I think a bike or even an elliptical would be better. So we'll see how I feel, but yeah, just want to recover properly before Thursday. Another chilly morning out there today, but legs actually felt pretty freaking good for the workout yesterday. I was kind of surprised by the start of that run. I was like, oh, I'm not feeling that bad. So that's really nice, especially given that we're probably going to be doing double threshold tomorrow. So big recovery day today, and just try to prepare myself mentally for a taxing day tomorrow. Something that I started doing in the fall when it comes to double threshold that I thought made a big difference in the way I performed, maybe not a big difference, but a difference in the very least in the way I was performing during my double thresholds, was I started taking 2 of my iron tablets, which is about 28-ish milligrams of iron per tablet. So that puts me at 56 milligrams of iron for one dosage, if you will, the night before my double threshold. And I think that it just helps a little bit with the second workout. I don't feel nearly as tired, so I'm gonna be doing that tonight, and hopefully that'll go well tomorrow, but we'll see. A foggy morning on the drive into the track this morning, which was quite surprising. It was feeling like late October, like a little spooky vibes, which I'm low-key here for. But we're at the track, of course, for a double threshold workout. I've been talking about it all week. It's finally here. Pretty excited. Got a great little start to the morning with some 800-meter repeats that we're going to be doing. Funny enough, these are actually not like at a crazy pace, which is unsurprising, of course, double threshold at the end of the day, but these are at a 5:30 mile pace, or 2:45 per 800, which really, like I said, is not that fast, but it's definitely an honest effort, and we're going to be doing a lot of them. I believe anywhere from 12 to 16 reps. So this will be a good start to the morning. We're putting the streak flies on for this one. I love wearing my streak fly for interval work, so we're doing that. And Jimmy T is going to be here recording a couple of them. We'll see how many I get through before he has to depart. But yeah, just a good start to the morning. I think we're doing a threshold later in the evening, so we'll see how that goes. But the big thing here is I just want to make sure that I'm not overexerting myself because of that second workout later in the afternoon. So when my coach says, 5:30 pace for these 800s, I really want to stick to as close as possible that 5:30 pace. This should be a workout where I finish and I'm not like struggling to finish, or I'm not on the brink of like, okay, I could do like 1 or 2 more reps. Like I really should be able to get through this workout relatively comfortably and feel like I'm good to go for the second workout later in the afternoon. But again, that is just something to worry about during the workout, and yeah, I think it'll go pretty smooth. We'll see.
Alrighty, workout complete. We got in a total of 14 reps, which I actually felt pretty good going into the 13th and 14th, but reversing the direction was a little bit harder on the second side just because of the wind. So it took a little bit more out of me than I was hoping it would, and I decided to cut it just a little bit early, of course. So really not too upset about that and by any means, because it felt like it was a very honest workout. You know, it was like 90% humidity and 6 or 7 mile per hour winds, which definitely made things a little bit more difficult. You know, running by myself, obviously the wind's going to be a little tough and just a little bit thicker of air to breathe. But I think it just made it more honest more than anything. Like, it wasn't too taxing. The pace felt good. I know I was a little fast on most of the reps there, but a great morning session. And I think that it was a good idea to cut it short so that I am prepared for the afternoon session. That being said, I am actually eating breakfast right now. I decided to do egg sandwiches because I think that doing egg sandwiches in the morning and then bringing oatmeal to work and eating that around maybe 11:30 is a good way to make sure that I'm actually eating enough going into the second session. And I also think I am going to take another iron tablet. I think I'm going to bring that to work with me and take one more at work, so that I just really want to make sure that I'm fully prepared for this afternoon session. I don't want to feel too tired. I don't want to feel like I haven't eaten enough, and I know my stomach is quite sensitive. So eating the right things is very important. That's why I'm going to be bringing oatmeal and that iron to make sure I'm supplementing enough food. So we'll see how that goes and then get back after it for the afternoon session.
starting to get ready for the second double threshold. I'm feeling all right. I actually just finished my warm up and legs are feeling a little interesting, I won't lie. I felt much better than I did warming up last week, so that's a plus, but they also don't feel great, which, I mean, they're never going to. It's a double threshold, of course. So yeah, just slowly warming my body back up, trying to stay out of the sun actually because it is a little bit warm and I don't want to overheat before the workout even starts, but just excited to get after it. I will be lacing up in the Vaporfly 2s, the good old trusty race shoes. This should make the workout and more realistically the recovery much better finishing. So fingers crossed we get through 6 miles. 7 would be an absolute blessing. 5 is acceptable, but the goal is 6.
I was really not expecting to be getting in 7 miles during this threshold. I really thought that I would only get in 6, maybe 5, depending on how the threshold started. And halfway through the 5th mile, I kind of just thought to myself, if you were great, you'd do 7. If I was great, I would do 7. And next thing you know, I'm 6 miles in telling myself, I got this. This is easy. I feel comfortable. It's hurting a little bit, but not too bad. The heart rate's not too high. And I just got the 7th mile in. And sometimes that's all you need, You just need to tell yourself to be great, to be honest. So, yeah, this was a good workout right here. This was a good double threshold day. And to be completely honest, I am so freaking tired. I'm going to bed. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for an easy run, a shakeout at that.
I slept absolutely terribly last night. I kept waking up throughout the middle of the night, just kicking myself, thinking, man, what I would do to be able to be fully asleep for a couple hours. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. And on top of that, what's even worse is I'm opening at the gym this morning, so I literally have to leave here in 15 minutes, which I'm in an unbelievable rush to get out of here, make food, eat something, try to get there on time. So it's going to be a very long day.
I was really hoping to get in a workout after work this morning, but after the day I had yesterday and the morning I had today, I wasn't really too sure that I was going to have the energy to go upstairs and work out. So, very happy that I was able to get it in, and it just makes my life a lot easier for Saturday and Sunday because I would have had to work out one of those days to make sure I'm still getting in 2 lifts a week. And obviously, I should probably be doing core more than often than I do, but at least twice a week is a good start, and we'll try to improve that from here on out. And yeah, just again, I really appreciate myself finding that, willpower to get up there, because Saturday and Sunday is the last thing I want to do is think about driving over to the gym. So nice to get that done. On the other hand, I really need to make sure that I roll out an ice, which I'm probably going to do right now, because if I don't do that, tomorrow morning is going to be very rough during the long run. So I want to make sure my legs are as good as possible for that. Good morning. Today is the best day of the week, not only because it's Saturday, but also because it is Long Run Saturday. We got 17 miles to 2 hours up and ready to go. Jimmy T is coming along this morning, so we're going to be filming some footage per usual. It's been a while, to be fair. I think it's been maybe 3 or 4 weeks since I've gotten to do a long run with Jimmy T, so I'm very excited about that. The gel flavor of choice today, we're going to be going with the SIS Isotonic Tutti Frutti flavor, which is definitely one of the better flavors in my opinion. And yeah, just put the Invincibles on, getting ready to go, stretch out, legs feel just all right, unsurprisingly. Again, we did 23 miles on Thursday, so I don't expect my legs to feel great, but they feel good enough to get in 17 miles at a just pretty easy 7-minute pace. We'll see how things go, but yeah, I'm just excited to do a long run, man. It's always a good day when you get to do a long run. 17 miles done and dusted. 80 miles in 6 days on top of that. An absolutely beautiful sight to be seeing. Just probably knocking out an easy run tomorrow morning to cap off a beautiful little mileage week. Probably just something like a 5 mile easy run. I'm not too sure, but we'll see how I feel. It was a great day. Honestly, I was really pleased with how this went. I absolutely died afterwards when I got home. I literally laid on the ground for like 2 hours. So I didn't do anything today besides eat and get ready for bed at this point, because it was just, it's running long runs afterwards is always going to be tiring, but the double threshold on top of the long run with only a day in between was pretty tough, to be honest. So yeah, I am very tired and I'm going to be heading to bed in a couple minutes here, but I'm just really pleased with how that long run went, and it was a beautiful morning for it, to say the least. So very happy with that, and we'll get back after it tomorrow with a nice little easy shakeout, see how the day goes.
Morning. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
As many of you know, I'm a very big fan of chai, and Starbucks has a new cherry chai, and I had a free drink today, so I decided to get it and try it out. So first sip. Well, it does taste like cherry chai, I'll give them that. It is good. It is really good. It's not like super strong cherry by any means. You can definitely still taste the chai, but it's a nice little mix on the taste. I'm a fan. This is pretty freaking good. Whoa, they made a little face on it. That's funny. So just like that, an 85-mile week done and dusted. I'm very, very happy with how things went this week. It wasn't easy, I gotta be honest. I was having a little bit of a tough time just mentally trying to lock in. Some of the runs were, enjoyable. It was nice to get my head out of the gutter, but at the same time, some of the runs were pretty difficult, I won't lie. It's always going to be a difficult thing training weeks on end, trying to just grind out some of the mileage. You want to take days off, you don't want to run, you don't want to do hard workouts, but long runs, double threshold, stuff like that, where you really know you gotta be in the right mind to get through something like that, it does help a lot. So I am grateful for the training that I do at the end of the day, and I think it's a good part of who I am, just to continue with the mindset I have and the will to get through it all. So yeah, I'm happy with that, I won't lie. So we'll see how next week goes. Hopefully we should be at 90, if not a little bit more, probably 90 though next week. It's going to be an interesting one, to say the least. So we'll see how it goes, but that's going to be all from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Take care. Love all things. I'll see you guys next week for another video. Any comments, questions, or concerns, drop them in the comment section down below. And that's all. Peace out.